Hey, what's happening, you one SirJames coming at you guys with another Star Wars Galaxy's Edge product review. This time we are going to be taking a look at the official Kylo Ren Legacy lightsaber. In fact, this video was made possible courtesy of another user who reached out to me, asked if I could go ahead and pick up this item for him and send it to someone else as a surprise gift to another user by the name Ben. So the original person who wanted me to pick this up wanted to rename it nameless on camera, but did give me permission to review the item here for you guys. So once again, thank you very much. So going over some other information here is where can you find this with any and all Legacy themed characters. It's going to be located in a store called Doc Ondar's. In fact, it's right next door to Sabi's workshop and right across the way from Ronto's Roasters. Now going over the price tag, Kylo Ren's Legacy Saber is going to cost you $150. What will that get you? That will get you, of course, the initial crate that the saber will be housed in. You, of course, will be getting the saber hilts. And in the bottom of the packaging, you do have a couple extra items, such as the 2 side beams, along with a belt clip, because this does not utilize the cover tech or D-ring system. So let's go ahead and get a closer look. And yes, I'm finally utilizing a table that you guys have been suggesting all this time. So opening up, of course, we'll review the saber in all its glory. Taking the saber and putting it off to the side momentarily, so that way we can go ahead and get to the bottom portion of the package. Here is the belt clip, and which is included. We'll put that off to the side to cover that. And of course you also have the 2 small blades. Now taking a closer look at the Legacy Saber. This saber has a lot of really good detail with, of course, the exposed wires and the boards inside. And there's even a little bit of scuffing going along the way. So before we go any further, I want to go ahead and quickly talk about the initial weight here. Since I don't have a scale, how does this feel in the hands? This feels nice and balanced and actually has some pretty good weight to it. In fact, it's not the heaviest saber that I've held, nor is it the lightest. It's pretty much somewhere down in the middle for sure. Another cool thing that I really like about this saber is the battery pack. Typically, the batteries are pretty standard as far as all the sabers go because it's just, okay, you unscrew the pommel, and then of course you have the battery pack that it's housed in. This one's a little bit different, which I like. So on the bottom here is of course the red cap, which you go ahead and unscrew here. Oop. We'll pick that up in just a moment. And this comes out like so. The reason why this is a really cool battery pack is due to the fact that you have this portion attached to it. And then of course you have your 3 AAA batteries. Alright, so now that we got the battery pack fully assembled once again, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more on the hilt. The hilt is actually made of a full metal construction except for 2 components. Those components are, of course, the activation switch, which is actually 100% plastic, and the other bit is, of course, the exposed wires, which makes sense. But everything else is fully metal, and I think they did a fantastic job as far as the hilt goes in terms of its appearance. Now next, let's go ahead and talk about the belt clip. This is the belt clip that becomes included inside the box. The front portion here where everything latches onto is fully metal, while the clip on the very back is made of plastic. And how this will work is, of course, you attach this to your belt, take the saber, and basically slide it down. Once everything is in, this thing ain't going to be going anywhere, and in order to remove it, you just go ahead and grab the saber and of course pull straight up, and there you go. Now you have access to the saber. And the belt clip works extremely well, by the way, so I think that was a nice addition. And the fact that the Kylo Ren saber is the only one to include its own belt clip, I thought was pretty sweet. Next up, let's go ahead and get to the blades. What would happen if we were to incorporate just the small blades into the hilt? Will this still function or not? What would happen if we just had the main blade? And of course, we are also going to see what happens when everything's fully assembled, which you guys know exactly what's going to happen. But let's go ahead and do a quick little theory first, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a question, is can you attach any of the big blades into the side? The answer is no. In fact, this is actually a lot smaller, and this one's a little bit more on the thicker side. Now let's go ahead and attach these. So just like with the other portions of the Legacy Saber blades, you basically push in and you twist to lock it into place. These go in just one way, push in. Oop, I don't think I did that right. There you go, push in and twist, and there you go. So what would happen if we try to turn this on? Nothing, not even a sound effect. Now let's go ahead and utilize just the main blade. So we did get a sound effect this time. In fact, it was a bit of a struggle to kind of put this in here. And of course twist, and what would happen if we try to boot this on? Not sure if you guys caught that, but it had the sound effect where you have the main blade initiating along with the small blades, but as you can see, we don't have the small blades incorporated. So let me go ahead and give you guys a listen again. So there you go, that's what would happen if you just had the main blade, or if you just had the small, it's a little trigger happy there. Now let's go ahead and boot this on. Alright, so just as you would expect, the main blade will light up first, along with the two of the side blades, which is accurate to how it is in the film. Now let's go ahead and do a quick sound test here. So it seems like as far as the sound motion goes, it's a bit on the 50-50 side. There are times that you caught there that it was working, and there was other times where the sound just wasn't catching on to. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but when it comes to the sounds initially, the Legacy Saber is somewhere hit and miss. In fact, the Luke one was actually a little bit more spot on with the fewer less misses. But you know what, in the end, I think this is a really cool Legacy Saber nonetheless. I mean, I know as far as Kylo Ren goes, he's not a real popular character amongst the fans, but you gotta admit, the crossguard saber is actually a very cool design, one of which I personally like myself, but you guys can let me know in the comment section down below if this is something you're interested in. And of course, until then, I am SirJames, and I'll see you guys on the next review, where we'll be taking a look at the Ahsoka Tano's Legacy Sabers. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.